What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back for more Satisfactory. I believe we're on day 8. Yeah, we're on day 8 of Fixmas. I augmented my little setup over here slightly, just ever so slightly. I added in, let's see, the storage path was already doing its thing, but I set a bypass up for when our storage filled up. I filled up four different sets of storages. One is a 4-section 2-stack, so 2 times 4, and then two 3x2 sections of storage. So I've got a good amount of, oh, and that one extra storage over there. But anyway, I set up a bypass over here for all of this stuff we're producing, so overflow is now going into a sink. I should have done this a while ago, but man, the hardest part about all this was setting up all these smart splitters, which I've got these set up. And you would think it would be the left output, which is the output or whatever, because this little colored section normally denotes the area from which you're entering, but it's not. It's actually the right path, so it's actually from this direction onward that it's registering. Doesn't matter. The whole point is that the right path is for overflow, and the center, which is straight up and down, that's for the part itself. So right now the only thing we've got on overflow is the bows. So every once in a while one of those gets shoved through the line, and then we've just got a bunch of presents getting sunk. I don't know how much they're worth. I would imagine not very much. But anyway, right now we're hovering around 158,000 points per minute, so not a crazy amount, but it's not nothing. I'll say that. We've got enough presents actually to fill the line completely. So we've got a throughput of over 720. Well, if our belts could, or 780. If our belts could support over 780, they would. But anyway, doesn't matter. That's just kind of doing its thing. So, oh, another thing is, by the way, if you didn't know, I think the number is 10, but however many it is, once you have enough of these trees producing gifts, the presents don't fall from the sky anymore, except for a totally normal one. But we don't need to talk about the totally normal presents that can fall from the sky, which I think I had one over here, but I think they blow up after a certain amount of time. I mean, they don't blow up, they're totally normal, completely fine presents and gifts, and anyway. What else did I do? I set up batteries for production. It wasn't too complicated. I didn't think it was really necessary to go over the process that I went through, but I can do that later if you guys want to. If you guys want to see it, I can show off how I set up the batteries, but not too complicated, especially compared to setting up everything else as far as aluminum and all that's concerned. Anyway, what the heck are we doing? We're going to the calendar and we're looking for 8. That's what we're doing. That is eyeballs, not an 8. 18. There's an 8.
This data cartridge enables the third pair of FICSMAS map tree branches to be unlocked. There is a chance you are doing this because you enjoy the seasonal event for some reason. There is also a chance you are simply doing this to annoy me. I wish for you to know that, in either case, you have disappointed me.
Aw. Sorry, Ada, I didn't mean to disappoint you. Anyway, let's continue. Oh yeah, somebody just said in the comments, I can just put a man down whenever I want and do the research. I don't need to run all the way in there and do it. Okay, what do we need? Bunch of stuff I've already got. Cool. Let's do this. Just need a whole bunch of ornaments and crap like that. Now, it would probably be a good idea to actually put one of these down here. Ma'am. Seeing as, we've got some research and stuff going on here. What I need, yeah, just these things. differentiate this one. Okay. Bam.
Oh, joy. The tree is fancier now. Well done. Unfortunately, you are only halfway there. More appropriate ornaments made with iron and copper can now be created in the foundry. When I say more appropriate, I am referring to the usage of factory materials as a subtle reminder of your purpose on this planet and the fate of all of humanity resting on your shoulders, of course.
Those are the foundry. Okay. Snow dispenser and snow cannon. This is going to get us ornament bundles and power lights, and then the upgrade number 3, that requires day 14 and a whole bunch of ornament bundles, which that's another thing that we're going to have to figure out. I like the idea of power lines with lights on them. Okay, cool. We've already done all this other stuff. Okay, so let's get into that. Right. That was a foundry upgrade, I think. Let's take a look here. Yeah. Okay. That's not too bad. Okay, those mixed with copper and iron. So, red with red and blue with blue. Kind of, sort of. Alright. Right. So, we can go ahead and... let's see. I want to keep the production up of those. So tell you what, let's move this somewhere else. Get out of here. I'll leave that there. Let's extend this line slightly. Because I still want to collect those raw ingredients. Alright. So, let's move this. Get rid of that. Let's set up some more things. How much room do the foundries take up? Pretty decent amount. Of course, that's in the way. Okay. We're just gonna rebuild these. It's A-okay. Alright, smelters. We're gonna want 4 of them, I think. Red, you're gonna be blue. And let's just make these 2 blue and these ones red. Okay. Or actually, no. No, you know what? Let's do it in 2 separate groups. So you're gonna be red, red and blue, red and blue. Okay. There we go. Right, so from here, we're going to need to move this around slightly. Oops. the spacing's gonna work out for that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if that's gonna work. Gonna be real with you. Facing the wrong way. Even though I still don't think it's gonna work. Oh my god, it does. Amazing. Mess that up. Wow. That actually lined up perfectly. Okay, now we just gotta do the outputs. Which... do I want to do mergers, or do I just want to do lifts again? Let's just do lifts again. Ain't broken all that. Okay. So... let's see here. We need these to go into 2 sets of foundries. Is that how we want to do that? Now I need mergers. Set you up for that. Set you up for that. Okay. Now then. How do we want to do this? We're going to want a smart splitter, I think. But do we need to do that? It's a great question. do need blue. So I actually don't know which of these is going to be. I'm going to assume it's the right. We'll see. That's probably incorrect, though. And then I want the center. No, actually, it's going to be center. No, center, yeah. Not right. And then the right needs to be... red? It's kind of hard to tell what anything needs. We'll figure it out. Could try to do the sorting up here. We'll see. Okay, so the blue went through. So the center is going straight through. Okay. If that's the case, then the right output needs to be blue, so I was right in the first part. And then the center needs to be red. Right? Yeah, okay. Good. Good. Although, this hasn't fed any through, so actually, maybe it's the left. Let's set that for none. Let's set this for blue. No? Not so much? Dang it. Okay, right. Let's just, do that for the time being. Set that for none. Set this for any. Okay, so that's the left. So we want to set this for overflow, okay? And then center is going to be red? Maybe? I don't know. Okay. Okay, center is going straight through, so that's going to be... going to be red. No, wait. Hang on. Dang it. No, I need the blue to go the other way. So maybe it is the right input. Red goes through. Blue is also going through. Let's set this for none. Red goes through. Blue is still going through. What's going on? What the hell? Okay. Oh wait, do I need to set this for red instead? Okay, red goes through. And then it gets clogged. Why? Just haven't gotten either. I mean, they're powered, they're just not getting the actual things. Yeah, left isn't doing anything. So I think a red one is stuck on the input. Or would it be a blue? Maybe I should throw in a programmable splitter instead of a smart splitter. Overflow goes through. Why aren't you accepting the blues? That's not going down the lift. Okay, we're gonna have to redo this. This is not working how I thought it was going to work. Maybe it has to do with the directionality on the lifts that I put in? Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Just do it the other way. Going to look slightly more jank, but can't really help that. Alright, so right output, we want this to be blue. Center, yeah, right? Center? Yeah, center. Center, we want this to be red. Yeah. Then I would like the overflow to go into there. Don't know if we can manage that from this split. We might be able to put another splitter on here for overflow, but yeah, I was really hoping I could feed it through one line to get that going, but whatever. This works, it's just a little bit dumb. Okay. Now then, will you fit on this? You will. Alright, you can be, sorry, any, I think the right is going to be overflow. Yeah. Sure, why not? Convoluted. Okay, so now we just got to get the iron and the copper over here, which we've got some lines going from over there, but we could also grab from a new line. Got copper from over here and iron from over here. I could bring those over. That wouldn't be a big problem. I don't think I necessarily need to have a separate line for this, but you know what? Let's just get a separate line going. I mean, I could peel off of this. We're not using all this iron over here. You know what? Yeah, let's just take this. Let's pull from, I don't know, here. I don't think we're going to need that much, but that's okay. Too steep. That's weird. Okay, which one was the copper going into? It's going into this one. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's be lazy. Okay, that's copper. Now, iron. And just walk over the place like you own it. Yep, that's happening. I don't even care. You can't stop me. Alright, anyway, right. Do we want to do this 5 per minute? 12 seconds. Well, we could deal with that, I guess. Okay, we need more storage. I could make a separate storage for this, and I think I'm just going to. Mostly because I also don't know how many of these we're going to need. So, for now, let's just do that. Hey man, that's in the way. ugliest belt ever. Okay. So the reason why I make those belts so long is just in case I need to put splitters or mergers in there. That's about all it is as far as the grand design is concerned. Let's color everything. Okay, that's now doing its thing. Nice. I should probably overclock these. For that, I obviously need to get more, I need to get more shards, which... Do I even have more shards? Let's go see. I don't think I do, so I might have to go and collect some slugs. But let's see. Maybe I forgot to grab all the ones from out of here. I did. Happy day. Sir Green Day, stop with the poison. Don't appreciate it. I'm kind of busy. Blinding light. Right. Okay. Let's overclock these. Love to see it. Sometimes the dialer doesn't really stick when you activate it. Okay, you need 37 a minute. We are producing 50. Yeah. Alright. Looks amazing, right? Looks amazing. So anyway, we're producing those. Now what are we doing with them? We need 50 of each. Okay. We need 200 of each. We've got everything else. Yeah, we're just waiting on those new ones. Okay, not too bad. Those are all pretty much the same. I guess I should put the giant tree back up somewhere. Let's just put it right there. Ta-da! Oh, look at that. It's got some of the basic ornaments on there. I don't think we had those before. Sorry, clearing my alarm. Okay. So, that is working wonderfully. Still have all of our excess parts going through. I'm really surprised this splitter section worked right here. Looks a little bit better than how we had the setup before, so you know what? Not even mad. Not even mad. These are all just kind of doing their thing. I'm happy about that. Alright, anyway, let's drop some of these off. Keep some of them on us. Alright, how many do we have? 57, 63. Okay, that's enough at least for one of these. Just need some red ones.
I am sure all the kittens and puppies and even human children would appreciate being able to see all these pretty lights. It is a shame they're all stuck on Earth, waiting for you to do your job so that they can have long and fulfilling lives.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Ada. Okay. A more festive take on the power line. So we need ornament bundles. Okay, so where do those factor in here? Let's see. Assembler. Oh, thankfully those don't take the red and the blue. That would have sucked. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Great question. I'm going to color this entire line. Just so I know where it's feeding to. Not like I'll ever forget this monstrosity of a line that I set up. Nice. Yeah, that doesn't look like the right amount of copper going through there. Yeah, see? Didn't end up increasing. There we go. That looks better. Oh yeah, I set up some throughputs to feed into this sink over here. So, like excess computers, they go over here. These guys, these little modular engines, these also go through here, feed into here, and then excess cable. That's also coming through and getting sunk. So, yeah, nothing too crazy as far as speed, but yeah. And then I set up some other random little bits and bobs through here. We do still have the high-speed connectors coming through. It's going to be great. Oh, good. The copper's finally starting to back up a little bit. Wonderful. Yeah, so those are going to take a little while to build up. Now, how do we want to do the whole deal, the upgrade for these guys, which need to go into the assembler, was it? Yeah. Where do we want to do this? I'm running out of space in this tiny little area that I set up for my factories. We could extend this slightly. Oops. I might move this hyper tube. You know what? Yeah, let's move this. I don't have much occasion to really use this tube anymore, to be honest. I'm not going to get rid of it. Yeah, not a whole lot of reason to use it anymore. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. So, let's see. We need an assembler. And I think I'm okay with just having the one for now. Get a little bit of space here. Now then, how do we want to do this? We could just go and split this with a regular splitter. That way we're still storing up and we are, you know, going through and collecting all the stuff. I think I'm okay with that. I think that'll be fine. Let's just put that down and connect it. Yeah, let's just put some splitters on this. Regular splitters. I'm okay with doing half and half. I'm fine with that. And this is why we set it up this way. Ta-da! That's now producing. And then storage for this, I'm okay with just doing something like this. Because I don't know how many more things we're going to need, we'll just set up 3 over here. Of course that's not lined up. You know what? I'm okay with that. We could change it later if we need to. Which... hopefully I won't have to. Undoubtedly we're going to need these for other things, though. That's kind of how it works in a factory game. You make one thing and it gets used in other things. Okay, cool. That's that all taken care of. Mostly. I don't know if we need to speed this up. 'Cause I definitely don't think we're going to be meeting production. 12.5, 12.5, so it's doing 6 a minute. This needs 5. I mean, technically we could go up to 6 per minute-ish. There we go. Whatever, extra 1. And then, yeah, we'll be storing the excess that we've got. Yeah, it's not going to fit. Whatever. If we need to, we can extend this out. Just like this. Ta-da! I'm just putting that there just in case. I assume we're going to need it later on. So. Alright, cool. I think that's going to do it for the episode. It was all Christmas stuff this time. All FICSMAS. It's not a problem. That's okay. Still enjoying the update. Speaking of updates, there actually was an update today for Satisfactory. I have no idea what it entails. Okay, good. That did end up backing up. Good. But, yeah, I'm sure I'll look that up later. Okay. Yeah, I still need to set up the overflow line for this. Which... I hate it. I need to use this for the overflow, don't I? Yeah, so otherwise it's just going to be waiting on the blues to come through, and that's going to make this suffer in terms of production. Okay, fine. I'll do that before I end the episode. It's not going to look good, though. Okay, so you are going to be overflow. How do we want to do this? It's not going to be good. Either way, there's going to be clipping. Yeah, whatever. I don't care that much. This is all a temporary thing anyway. Do I want to move this power line? Nah. Alright, anyway, whatever. That's going to do it for that episode. If you guys liked it, feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, so on and so forth. I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.